Hey everybody, it's Gail from Gail's Bookish Things. I wanted to show you my completed wedding junk journal album. This is made for a friend's daughter. I think it turned out really good. I'm pleased with it, and I hope they are too. I showed you some components of this in my last video. We had the 4 signatures, we had the cover just covered in the muslin, and I think I showed you just a quick scan of the signatures, but today I have finished it up. So what I've done is tie the album together with this stretchy elastic cord. I tied it in a knot, and then I added these little features here. This is a bulb pin with 2 charms that I thought were nice for a wedding. The outside is a 4-inch spine. I did that by taking a book where I split the spine, and then I made 4-inch cardboard width, and however tall the book is, several stacks of cardboard thick, glued them together, and then attached them to the spine, or the split spine, and then covered it all with muslin. Here is the tassel. It says found on it, and it features the colors of the wedding, which will be navy, blush, and coral. So I put a strand of pearls in there. The groom likes hobbit things, so here's a hobbit type door. This says found because the 2 that are in love and are getting married have found each other. I will quickly show you how I put this together. I'm trying to stay in frame. Excuse me if we slide out occasionally. My technical crew is gone this evening, so I'm figuring this out myself. And that would be my 18-year-old, 14-year-old, and 12-year-old sons. So, splattered cardstock paper for the cover, and then I trimmed it around in ribbon to give it a finished look. Each signature has a lot of similar features, but there's a different cover on each signature. This one says yes, and this is for the proposal and for their dating time. The second signature says showers. So this is a area where she can have the guests sign something, and she can keep cards or pictures or little samples of wrapping paper from her bridal showers. The third signature, hoping you can see this, it's a thick book. It's a little hard to just page through. This says Ivy Wed, and then I found these really cool word sticker things that I put throughout the album that seemed perfect there in a blush color. This says, Dearly Beloved, we are gathered together. So this section is all about the wedding. All different areas, tuck spots, blank spots for autographs, and well-wishers to sign things to them, places for cards, and whatnot. And then the last section, it says happy travelers and traveling. So this part of the journal, this signature, is dedicated to their honeymoon. I cut out pictures of magazines. Throughout here, they're hoping to go on a tropical honeymoon, tropical location somewhere. So I have suitcases and shells and beach chairs and things that are reminiscent of oceanside living. Here's a old boat. A lot of these pictures are from Daphne's Diary, which is a really cool magazine you can buy at Barnes & Noble. It's printed in the UK. I really have liked looking at that. This is my favorite feature of the journal. I'll try to show you if I can do it. I clipped it together. The groom-to-be is a police officer, and the stereotype is that policemen and women like to stop and get coffee and donuts. So I filled this little cellophane bag with homemade paper donuts, and I put this white sparkly glitter that looks like sugar on each donut. This one I added a bite to it. The rest are left untouched. There's a his and her bag of donuts, and this little sticker says, all orders promptly attended to. So I thought that was a really creative little idea. I just feel like God gave me that little creative juice there to come up with that fun idea. I hope they like it. Throughout the journal, I have added lace to some of the pages in each signature. And to do that, I have chosen to sew it onto the pages that are heavier, the cardstock pages. I felt like they could carry the weight of the lace as well as handle the stitching without tearing. And then I tried to add these embellishments. These are called bulb or garment pins. And I put a creamy, almost pearl-like bead on those. In other areas, there are charms stuck to the pins. Here I have a little jingle bell with a couple shiny glossy beads on a gold garment pin. I did the same here, except this is a sort of a crystal bead. And I thought these looked really festive and gives that opulent feeling of a wedding. I used the wedding colors, coral, blush, and navy throughout, but I also added a lot of gold because I felt like that is a good color for wedding. I did a lot of paint splatter. A lot of the pages are coffee or tea dyed. Some of these were gifts to me and some I tea dyed myself. I made this bookmark with a navy button, a jingle bell, and again these shiny blush colored and pearl colored beads. And then of course there's lots of bags throughout. Those are fun. They make great tuck spots. On some of these I stamped them, and this one doesn't have it, but I have put on some of them the dates of the engagement, the dates of the wedding, and the dates of the shower. There are paper clips throughout, little tiny envelopes like this with little note cards where maybe they could record something special from their memories of the events of their wedding, honeymoon, showers, engagement, just little fun places to hide things. Shell magazines. These are little seed packet size tuck spots, so you can just, let me see if I can find a paper to show you, but right in there they can tuck away a memory, a picture, a pamphlet or something from the honeymoon trip. And then at the end, I like this a lot. I thought that was fun. There's the clock here. This, I hope you can see this. Let me make sure. This is I think a Tim Holtz accessory. He has lots of cool stuff in his line. Here's a clock without hands. And so the saying here says, real love stories don't have endings. And I thought that was a great way to end the album, a timeless love. In this cellophane bag, I've cut out magazine pictures that the bride can use throughout the journal. There's extra things for her to use. I didn't totally decorate everything because I thought she would enjoy doing that. She's very artistic, musical, and I think even though she's been busy up to the wedding, she might enjoy adding some of her special touches later. In keeping with the coffee donut theme, I laminated some coffee cups they can use later for bookmarks or just accents to these pages. There's a couple tuck spots like these, folders where you can put in a card, a photograph, again, any kind of memorabilia from the trip they take or from the special events. I've used book pages. I've made a few shaker pockets. This one has gold sequins, and it says on there, fell in love with her at once and all her dreams would come true. And then I stamped it with some of my cling stamps, and I used a gold ink. And so that's just a little fun thing. You can take it out and goof around with that just to be silly. Anyway, corner tuck spots with places to add little tidbits. Police force, I like to use hidden word things in the albums just to add that junky, shabby chic junk journal effect. And here's a picture from an old children's book of a kind of an old-fashioned policeman. There's tuck spots like this. In each center of each signature, there is a heart of some kind. This one is music paper. The bride is a music business major, so I included musical elements. The reception is going to be sort of woodlandish themed, so I put on washi tape that includes woodland animals. I've added things like this, these coffee sleeves, I guess you call them. And throughout there are note cards, or occasional note cards they can write on. I want to show you just how the outside looks. I tied on the tassel with this lace and used one of these Tim Holtz connector things. You can find those anywhere where you find his supplies. Puncture a hole through, it opens up in the back with a brad-like attachment, and then I thought I would just tie it on with the lace so they could remove it easily. To go with this journal, I am sending along this packet of extra goodies. More of the homemade flowers I made. I did them in coral and navy to go with the wedding theme. And then I have several note cards that look like this. They're double wide, they open up. I corner rounded them, and that's a place for them to record any additional memories. I also sewed these flowers. They're made out of lace. I did a tutorial on that a few days ago. Basically, you are just making a center with the lace by tightly winding the lace, gluing, twisting, and wrapping the lace in a circle. If you do it on a piece of muslin or add a piece of muslin at the end, that gives a solid surface for the flowers to adhere to, and they're less likely to fall apart with use. And then I put the adhesive pearl half spheres on there, and I thought that the bride might like to add these to the cover of her journal, but I didn't know her preference there, and I didn't want to put them on if it was going to feel like too much bulk. So I'm giving her that and letting her decide if she wants to do the additional embellishments. Again, it is wrapped in this, and you can see there's some, if I can get it to focus for you, there's a cute little heart and arrow charm that wraps, that goes with the wrapping. I am also sending along these 4 corners. These are also a Tim Holtz item, but you can get other brands online. I'm going to put I was going to put them on each corner, outside corner. I think these look great. I'm not real wild about the sharp corner that they end up leaving there, and I didn't want anybody to get hurt or to snag it, so I'm going to also leave that with the option of the bride to attach those if she chooses to do that. They really are a nice finishing touch, but that sharp edge is not something I'm real crazy about. So anyway, this is the journal. Let me show you the outside. Isn't that cool? Can you see? It's very thick. 4 signatures thick. I have no idea. I want to say at least 190 sides to attach or write or collect something on. I'm hoping that the bride and groom really enjoy this. Her mom commissioned me to make this for her, and I hope that she's pleased. She's an art teacher and a lot of fun, a great lady, and I'm hoping that they're very satisfied with this journal. It was a really fun thing to do. Thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.